DeBoer, and that's just on a regular every week basis. But now, 2 weeks out from the AVCA convention in Omaha, Kathy, I got to imagine you're in like complete overdrive.
Maybe I'm in complete adrenaline, which is a pretty fun place to live for a while, actually. You know, we're going to have about, what, 2,200 coaches or so that will be at our convention, plus exhibitors over 100. And so we're gearing up and doing all the last minute things on that, bag stuffing, sorting tickets, making sure people are seated in the right places, and last minute things with presenters. But the real adrenaline boosting things for me this time of year is that I get to go to the championships. And so a couple of weekends ago, I was at the Division III championship up in Grand Rapids. Spent a day and a half out in Casper, Wyoming, for the 2-year college championship, and that concluded with Western Nebraska against the College of Southern Idaho, and just a great volleyball match. Went over to UK on Friday night and saw them play against Auburn in what was really a fun volleyball match. So there's just a lot of good volleyball. I'm headed out tomorrow to the NAIA championship in Sioux City, Iowa, and next week down to Tampa for Division II. So yeah, I'm getting to spend a lot of time with people who've played a season full of pretty competitive volleyball and are now fighting for a championship.
Wow, and not to lose sight of all those frequent flyer miles and hotel points. My gosh, that's just a crazy schedule. Let's get back to the convention, which, of course, in Omaha, it's going to be super attended just because it's in Omaha. I assume that because of its location and everything else that's going on, it's going to be, if not your biggest, one of the biggest. Yeah, no, absolutely. We think it'll be one of our larger events. We don't actually know until we leave, until we go home. We've closed our online registration. And so now we'll take walk-up registration when we get there, and that usually involves another couple hundred people. But already so far, I mean, we've registered on a par with one of our largest events. Can you tell me some of the features of this year's convention that the coaches should look forward to? And so many people, the coaches go to learn. It's obviously a huge social event. There's 3 volleyball matches that go along with it, and just anything in general. Yeah, well, we try each year to put some kind of new tweaks into the mix and some new things. This year, we've really ramped up the stuff that we're doing with professional development. So there will still be the same focus on the X's and O's part of it. We're still going to have the 2 courts and the sand court. We're still going to have the pre-convention seminar, which will have Jim Stone talking about international level serving and passing and what we need to do to get our kids at that level. We'll do some things on emotion, but we're also now adding some things on emotional intelligence. We think the whole bouquet of skills that coaches need for 21st century coaching go well beyond training skills, training tactics, and strength and conditioning. There's so much more now having to do with player management, with program management, with conflict resolution, talking parents off the ledge, lots of different things that I'm thinking even 15 years ago, we didn't spend as much time on. And now it's just part of the package that people are looking for. They're looking for very mature individuals who have themselves under control and now can use those emotional intelligence skills to help other people with things they already assume that you know how to do, which is teach them how to pass and serve and hit. And I don't know that as a coaching community, we have spent as much time on that side of our development as we have on the X's and O's. And so we've ramped that up significantly. We're also adding some things that are just, we're trying to kind of shorten and provide information that will stimulate conversation. So we've got what we're calling T-Talks that are happening on Friday morning. Jamie Morrison from USA Volleyball is going to talk about some research that they're doing on how to teach. Meg Aronowitz from ESPN is going to come in and talk to us about how television feels about volleyball and what would be as a non-volleyball person, but a producer, an executive producer that can help. We're going to do a debate between Chris McGowan and Brian Gimolaro on does the game teach the game? Chris McGowan saying yes, the game teaches the game. Brian Gimolaro arguing against the game teaching the game and coaches teaching the game. And I don't want to take their debate points away because I don't know exactly what they'll be, but those are going to be real interesting additions. So those are some of the things that we've tried to add in. Plus, we'll still have Karch Kirai and Christy Johnson, Lynch, and some of our other elite coaches will be helping us at all levels with talking about the sport.
That's awesome. It's a great lineup, and coaches who go benefit from it so much. And me from a media sense, you get to see everybody who's who in the volleyball world. Okay, I'll get you out of here on this. Of course, you were a longtime great coach. By the way, when you were at the Kentucky matches and worked as a television analyst, you were very good. I really enjoyed it. But when the selection comes out like earlier this week, and the tournament's about to begin, that coach part of you, that coach brain has to kick in a little bit. And, give me a quick analysis of the tournament, if you would.
Well, I just think it's going to be a really exciting event. I mean, I look at the field and I look at how the year has shaped out. I mean, certainly you have to favor, certain teams from the Pac-12 and from the Big Ten. Texas is always in the conversation to get to the national championship. But I don't think there's anybody out there this year that doesn't have a match where they go, "Ooh, boy, I sure hope people can't do that against us again." So because there's so much on TV, we've all downloaded the matches where people have lost a couple of times. And so everybody's weaknesses are out there. This is a spectating coach's dream and a participating coach's ulcer producer, is that everybody's got these parts where they're very, very good, and a player who's just a great player, but also a couple of rotations where they go, "Oh, I hope we can get out of that one."
That's great, and I appreciate what you're saying, and I think everyone agrees with you. Well, I can't imagine what it's going to be like, what it's been like to be you the last few weeks, and now what it will be like the next couple of weeks. But I look forward to seeing you in Omaha. And thank you for your time, and it's always great to talk to you because the coaches learn so much when they visit with you and see what you put forth.
Well, thanks. We are so pleased to represent them. We just want them to be proud to be part of our association. And if we can make somebody be glad they're a volleyball coach, then we've had a good day.